Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Ever thought of getting an interior designer to do some nice work in your house? I know I sure have. Well, how do you choose? We're about to meet one right now, so please meet Andrew Krueger of H. Krueger and Associates right here in Middleton. Thanks for coming on Talk of the Town today, Andrew.
My pleasure.
So interior design, I'm wondering if you can be a little more specific. We just think of, a nice rug and maybe something on the wall. Can you take it one level deeper than that?
Absolutely. It's about so much more than just splashing some color around or some decorative items. True interior design covers all things from space planning to lighting design to furnishings. It encompasses the entire space, and train of thought just totally derailed there.
So it's not just how it looks, but I heard you say function too.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a well-designed space has to function as good as it looks.
Mm-hmm. I like that you mentioned that, because how we use our space, especially every day, day after day, some of those busy spaces like the bathroom and kitchen. HGTV is so popular and endless shows on how to improve everything. I'm wondering if you have any advice for people on improving their space. What can you do maybe that people cannot from HGTV?
Well, as a professional design firm, we have the ability to problem solve, whereas you can gain a lot about fads and trends watching HGTV. Mm-hmm. We avoid that greatly because not every fad and trend fits every person. It's sort of like fashion. So we try to make your space perfect for you.
For you. It's like a personal trainer. It's personal.
Absolutely.
I kind of wonder, too, when you see all those HGTV shows on improvement, if it's kind of like the cooking shows. We really enjoy watching, but nobody actually does it.
Right.
For
Yeah, it's a nice dream.
What would you say is a big misconception about having an interior designer?
Most people believe it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of money, and it doesn't have to be either of those things. We can fit your budget and your allotted time. We can do interiors in small segments. It doesn't have to be a complete remodel. We aren't going to come in there and impose our will on you. We want to make the space perfect for you. I like to tell a lot of our clients, I don't have to live here. So it may not be my taste, but if it's yours, that's what we're shooting for. You know,
I read on your website that you said that your space should reflect who you are, not who your designer is.
Absolutely.
I thought that was really neat.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I'm wondering, what can you say about having a space well designed? What can that do for not just the space, but the people living in it?
Well, one extreme example I like to use is we had a client who loved their house, but they felt that there was something missing. So we were invited in to just do a few little touch-ups, add a little character to the house. Mm-hmm. And they had some health issues. And all we did was walk in and change some lighting and some paint colors, which perfectly budget-friendly. And the changes actually improved their health issues. It turns out the lighting and some of the colors were affecting them and giving them headaches and stuff, and their headaches actually went away when we were done. So extreme example, but...
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you went into their home. Can you give us sort of a feel of what it's like if I say, yeah, I want to do this? What's the first step, maybe the second step?
We come in for a free hour consultation. We get a feel for what kind of things you want to do, what your space is like, what your tastes are like. And we a lot of people are real intimidated by the process. It's a very personal thing. And so we try to make them very comfortable with who we are. We like to make the process really fun.
You're not there to judge.
No, and we're certainly not there to impose what we want on the place. You know, as you said, we're not there to judge. We're going to make it fun, and through the process, we get to know what your tastes are, and it immediately gets us thinking, well, what can we use back at our office that'll make this really fantastic, and you'll be happy with it.
You had an interesting tip on your website about trying to select an interior designer, and it said that when you look at maybe befores and afters or some of their examples of their work, it should be all different stuff, and that's sort of proof that they're going by the client's taste and not their own, and maybe not judge that interior designer if you're like, oh, that's way too modern or way too whatever, that they were actually going with the client's taste.
Right. If you look at stuff on different websites, you should be seeing stuff that you don't even particularly like. The way you judge it is it well composed? Is it well put together? If you look at it and say, oh, there's way too much stuff there, keep in mind that designer was working with a client and maybe they wanted too much stuff there, but does everything work together well in the picture that you're seeing. That's the kind of thing you want to judge.
Well, and I think it's worth saying that this is not your first rodeo either. H. Krueger and Associates has been around since 1969.
It's true. My father started the firm almost 50 years ago, and I took over from him a few years ago, and he was able to retire then, sort of, and we're keeping it going. We're maintaining our reputation as high-end and high-quality interior design in the Madison area.
All righty. Well, we're out of time, Andrew. Thank you so much for coming on today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Try not to judge our set.
No, it's
all right.
beautiful.
That's it for our show today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Channel 57, your home for local.